Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel. Jesus Wants You. I'm the watchman on the wall, Nikki Pratt. Listen, I am in a bliss right now. My voice is kind of raspy because, as you see, I've been uploading some of the video. My daughter recorded me so much at this park, y'all. I don't. She kept the camera on me instead of scanning the area. We were on one side of this park, and if anybody watching lives in Shreveport, they know that Ford Park is like humongous. I mean, it's like it takes up a whole street. And we were on the side of the park that was busy, but I mean, just it was so many cars, y'all. She didn't even capture how many cars, how many people. And on the other side of the street, on the other side of Fort Park, it was 10 times as many people over there. And I mean, there were people hanging out of cars, women in their panties and bras. Like, really? They were hanging out of the cars, out of the windows, out of the roof of the cars, sitting on top of the cars. They were drunk. They were smoking. They were drinking. They were not watching their children. I'm watching little 3-year-olds just walk around by themselves, no parents in sight. A lot of people huddled up and just doing their own thing, head in the sand, nobody paying attention. But it was a glorious day. All glory to God. I mean, that's what being a believer is all about. I'm not even going to say Christian. What being a believer is all about. Going out in the earth when in the midst of all this turmoil and chaos that's going on, our focus should be on the Lord and bringing many souls as we can to Christ, right? So, that's what it's about. He planted seeds in us to be fruitful in His kingdom, being a part of ministries that is fruitful in the kingdom, being a productive believer. That's what it's about. Oh man, I can go all day on that. I've been reading more on, just planting seeds and sowing seeds of the word to different people and ministering and adding to the kingdom, period. So, yeah. One thing I noticed too, you guys, me standing up when my daughter had the mic test video, you see my size, you see no belly. She was so shy and did not want to be recording in the midst of all these people. Y'all, it's thousands upon thousands of people were there, right? So she had the camera right up on me. I'm like, will you scan the people? And I noticed the closer the camera is, it adds 10 pounds. I'm like, that is not the size of my belly, but whatever. But that's what I mean. If you look at the first video with the mic, you see no belly. Even though I had a blouse, you see no belly. But this, she gets the camera up and it's like, where did that come from? Like, whatever. But anywho, I am excited about this. So, y'all, the babies, the kids were listening. And the little boy said, were you trying to get those people over there to listen to you? I said, honey, I was, but their heart is so hard. Even though their heart was hard, seeds were being planted. And he was concerned about it. And I just loved it because his name was Zion. That was a beautiful thing to me. The other one name was John. And then there was one named Aiden. But that, it was just beautiful how the kids came. They came, and even though they had accepted Christ, the little three, they hadn't been baptized, but they were there for prayer. They were like, well, hey, they don't see what's going on, but we know she here for a reason. They were there. It's just, oh my God, it's just a beautiful thing. My tablet, by the way, my daughter recorded so much, my storage got full, and so I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to bring up the other videos to post, because I noticed even in the middle of me preaching, there were different levels of preaching. There were like, I was doing testimonials of myself. I don't know even if some of it got recorded. And then there was like word of encouragement. There was word, of course, of love. There was exhortation. There were warnings. There were woes. There were all kind. It was different levels, and it was all. I don't know how to explain this, but it was almost like the Lord was just testing their hearts to see what was going to make them move. Nothing. Them stiff-hearted people stayed right there, and there were a couple of people, you guys, that was. I know that the Lord was dealing with them, and they wanted to come, but I don't know because of what embarrassment or what. But you think that's going to be my last time going out there? No. I had on I was at home all day, and it was just burning in my spirit to go there. What if I didn't? That little girl wouldn't have been saved with the red on. But it was just burning in my spirit to go, and it's a lot going on in my life right now, and I'm about to share that with y'all right now. Let me sit up, okay, in this bed. Let me sit up. I'll try to anyway. I keep sinking down, but let me tell you something, okay? You guys remember that I said that there was a lot going on in the ministry, and or must I say behind the scenes, that's a cause and effect on the ministry. I was not prepared for what the Lord had me to do Monday, May 20th. Over the weekend, He definitely let me know that Monday I needed to turn in my 2 weeks notice on my job. So right now, as of May 31st, I will be unemployed. Okay? That's one major change. The second thing is I will be moving, yes, out of Louisiana. He's removing me from Louisiana to another state, which I will not reveal at this time for many facets of reasons, and if you have discernment, you know why. But just do know that the Lord wants me to start World Vision Day in another whole state. This state is not being represented, as I don't think, but it's far, 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 far away, and I never thought that I would have to go there. And no, this is not even going there to visit. This is where I'm going to be living, my 15-year-old and I, leaving everything behind. And when I tell y'all, this is going to be the biggest faith move ever that I've ever made in I feel like, in my entire life. It's surreal. Like, I can't even believe it. And then one day I remember crying because I was like, oh my God, this is really real. Like, I'm going to pack up all my stuff and head to where I need to go. I don't have a job, you guys. I don't even have a place to stay when I get there. This is unreal, but I know that the Lord wants me to be there before World Vision Day, in preparation for World Vision Day. So I'm like shocked. Like when I told my job, of course it was bittersweet, but um, I knew it was going to happen because the doctor, it was one thing leading to the other. And the doctor that I worked for was talking about he was getting ready to do some layoffs because of his overhead and too high and da da da. And then he tells me that Friday, and then Monday I turn in my 2 weeks notice. So it was inedible anyway. And one of the reasons that the Lord is moving me up out of Louisiana is because of the judgment that is coming. Okay, that's one big reason. Two is to start up Worldwide Vision Day in this particular state where I'm going. One of the ladies on my job said, "So, as of May 31st, you won't have a job." I'm like, no. So, have you found the job? Where you going? No. When are you leaving? And I tell her, um, I give her the date, right? Which should be in about 4 weeks, you guys. And she says, "Well, where are you going to live? Do you know what city when you go there? You know when you're going to live?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "Oh my God, that freaks me out. I couldn't do it. Ain't no way." And I just looked at her and said, "What is faith?" I have no other words to explain it. You ever knew you had to do something, not that you didn't not know why you had to do it, but you know it had to be done? Like Abraham and Isaac, that story where Abraham had to take his son basically to be sacrificed, and he didn't have no idea where this lamb or the ram in the bush was going to come, and then the ram in the bush was there, you know. And y'all, I just know it's going to be a ram in the bush moment for my daughter and I. And I am so praying that, for her, because we have been faithful in this Worldwide Vision Day, even, and I'm not bragging by no means, you guys, please understand me, but I'm bringing about a point. I mean, even after surgery, the day after surgery was World Vision Day back in 2014, and I got on the phone and did World Vision Day, and it was pouring down raining, and I couldn't get out, and I refused to let surgery and the rain stop me. So, she's been with me a lot in Worldwide Vision Day, and I've been praying this, Lord, just let it be, this move somehow. I don't know where we're gonna end up. Y'all. I do know that when I get there, we're gonna be in a extended stay hotel for 2 weeks. That's as far as the money gonna go, and I'm like, I don't know. After then, like, there's no job, no. Oh, I don't know. It's something. I'm hot. I'm hot all of a sudden thinking about this stuff. But anyway, uh, yeah, so I had to let you guys know that. So, ministry messages and all that, I do have a powerful ministry message to bring. It's going to be exhortation, encouragement to you guys that are been faithful, and you've basically probably in a similar situation like I am. And it's basically what the Lord is doing about the promised land, about the promises, the things that He's doing for us, and He's going to do for us in this hour, and also about people that have rejected you, forsaken you, mocked you, scorned you, people that you probably tried to warn, even in your family. The Lord is the Lord of justice, and He's getting ready to handle that. That's just about the way I can put it for right now. But I'll tell you about all that. Let me see if I. So with that said, there won't be as many ministry messages. You might see messages like this with me sitting up in the bed. I may be in my car. I may be at some business. It's not going to be the typical ministry message because I have to move. You guys, I don't even have any help as far as move. I don't even know who's going to move my furniture. I don't even know who's going to drive me all these hours to this place. I have no help. I'm just a female, my little 15-year-old, and I got some heavy furniture. I have no help. Y'all, this is going to be one powerful testimony. And let me tell you, even with the state that the Lord is trying to he's getting me to move to, the confirmations was just powerful. Y'all, I can't wait to tell the story. But it's surreal. I'm like, wow. Um, what else? Oh, there are many of you. I want to say thank you to those who donated to the ministry. You gave your offerings to the ministry. That money has been set aside, and there has been some money spent. There's money that's been given to a family that wanted, well, they went to have a baby. The wife did. And while they were having the baby, their whole entire house burned down. The whole house burned down, and they got a fresh, newborn baby. So some money went there. Also, a homeless man lost his brother, was in despair, and I gave him money as well. So you do know that I really appreciate you guys donating to the ministry. I really, really do. And you guys are going to be so blessed, you know, because of the principle of giving. Okay. Also, to those who there have been a couple of you asked me about P.O. boxes, sending money to a P.O. box. I don't have one. I was going to get one, but as you know, I cannot get a P.O. box if I'm not going to no longer be here in this state. So, and a couple of you that's asking for a P.O. box, I have already given you a previous address. So if you still want to give, it's on your heart to give. Please send whatever you want to send to that previous address that I gave to you. And if not, then for now, you could email me and I can give you an address or give you another address, or if you can, please use the PayPal for right now. There's a lot of things been put on hold for the ministry. Like someone donated a computer. I have a printer, and all that stuff is sitting to the side. There's some things that I need, like other recording devices. I have a computer, but I can't set up Wi-Fi right now because I just turned in my 30-day notice at my apartment where I live. So that's another issue. I can't get Wi-Fi if I'm getting ready to leave. So I just needed you guys to know that for sure. What else? I will keep you abreast of things, what is taking place once I get to where I'm supposed to be, and you'll know of that soon in the coming weeks. I will definitely let you know. Yeah, so I had to let you know. Those were the big, I knew it was going to be changed. I knew that I was going to be moving, but I didn't know this soon. I did not know that I would be turning in my 2 weeks notice. So as of Friday, you guys coming, I will not have a job, no money coming in, no nothing. And let me tell you something. You guys, in apartments, you have to turn in a 30-day notice, right? So this lady at the office, she, if you have signed the lease, and I did re-sign a lease at the beginning of the year, and you have this let-out fee, this big, great let-out fee, right? Y'all, I knew I had to pay the rent, which is $900 and something, right? And she mentioned $25 for the water. I'm like, I won't even be here. What is she talking about? And then she says another $1,382 on top of that. Y'all, I won't even be to left Shreveport yet, and that's $2,000 right off the bat. See that right there, that foolishness right there is what I'm talking about. Y'all see what I'm talking about? That's how Louisiana is. Louisiana is one of the states. I don't know about all of the other states. I know Texas is a no state tax state. Louisiana has state taxes. They want to tax this. They want money for this. They want money for that. And somebody said, one of my sisters in Christ said, Nikki, I don't understand why you have to pay over 2,000. It's gonna, and then she said it was the estimate, so it's gonna be somewhere around about $2,300, right? And she's like, I don't understand why they won't just let it be your rent, and then maybe, because I think she said hers, if she was to get out of her apartment, it's the rent plus about half of the next month's rent. Not here. Louisiana is all about, and I know it's not the people in the office. I know that it's the people higher up that have them doing that. But I'm just saying, my God, I would be it's just me and my daughter. We got to eat when I get where we going. We got to have somewhere to stay after these 2 weeks. And I'm gonna have to spend. I have a little money for the 2 weeks, and then of course for the rent, and then my last check, and some vacation time that that they're gonna pay me, and losing all my sick time, y'all. They will not give me. I got almost 200 hours in sick time. They won't pay me for it. That's what I'm talking about. Louisiana and their oppression. I'm telling you, sick, twisted. Yeah. But it's just amazes me. It amazes me. But that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Y'all just pray for me. That's all I can say. Pray for me as I pray for you, because this is going to be a journey. Oh, speaking of journey, I had to record another, the television station, Channel 45, called me back to their station to record again, because they wanted to know more about World Vision Day. And then they, after the recording last time, they asked me some questions, and they were just amazed. So they wanted to do another taping. So I just did that this past Wednesday. Once I find out, I'm supposed to call her tomorrow to find out when this first one is going to air, and I think it's going to air next weekend as Channel 45 in Shreveport. To all of my listeners, if you are listening, I don't know if it's going to be next weekend, but I'm going to find out. But they're letting it air twice to get the message out to the churches of all the listening areas about Worldwide Vision Day. So that was another highlight of my life and changes that is going on. So it's crazy. Oh my goodness. So my voice is a little raspy because I was, on the microphone trying to street preach, and it was so hot out there. But I love what I do, and I love doing it because, like I said, it's a different atmosphere right now. here in Shreveport. And I know it's like a no soul left behind. And even though I'm going to be leaving from Louisiana, going to another place and another state, I want to make it count. I want to make every weekend count where I have did something to try to spread the gospel, to try to get another person saved because of, one of the reasons, because of the judgment that is coming to Louisiana. So, anyway, I'm going to hold all the other videos of street preaching today and finish uploading tomorrow, but I had to, what they call it when you, a special report, breaking news. I think that's what I'll title this video, special report, breaking news. So yeah, I had to interrupt your services of the street preaching venue today. So anyway, pray for me as I pray for you. I love you guys. See you next video. Thanks.